E-Trade. It has easy-to-use tools and some of the lowest prices. Get E-Trade and start trading today.
Josh Brown to the conversation. Also, of course, Ritholtz Wealth co-founder and CEO. You've heard the conversation, Josh. We had a really nice day today, and I wonder whether you think this was a peak inflation rally.
I could have listened to more Keith, one of my favorites. I think he's spot on.
Or Chris,
I think it's
either
not
one. I like Keith too, but I like Chris even more.
Chris, you did a great job, and I think the thing that you said that was really important was that we could have an overall bounce in stocks that does not include the growth and low profit area. And if you look historically, it's actually very rare that whatever the leadership group was of a bull market that's been extinguished, it's very rare that that leadership group comes back into vogue. In fact, it's usually the opposite. Investors discover new stories, they fall out of love, they make margin calls or miss them, and those names tend to diminish in popularity for years and sometimes forever. And we've seen that with high tech in the past, we've seen that with resources, emerging markets. So I think you're going to nail it with that call. And I think the point for viewers that Chris made is that you can always find smart things to do. Like that's really what people should be thinking now. So I saw a stat this morning. The minute I heard it, I said, that sounds toppy as hell. I heard, and we looked, the 10-year Treasury yield broke
Not much to me, other than she's peaked. I mean, in terms of make some puts or wait for her to come down after she peaked to a bottom for a bounce. Depending on whether that is or that's not, be like, well, you just said that wasn't, so how do I know the one that is that? Because cyclical transitories tell you that's what it should be. Renormalization is another good word for it. Geodesics, Jin, Kali,
because maybe expectations
whatever you
have
want to call
finally
it.
caught up with reality. And whether or not we peak in overall headline inflation, in the
See, mind to the number there is, again, combat veteran coming up late about Austin and some of the rest of them in there against Jocko's Who Will Go reading with the good platoon leader he had in there. And of course me, I'm going to put it in the pack because it's right there, because I asked the question. It says who will enlist, and this is about who will go, talking about this beauty, this gem right here, comparatively to why they have a hard time marketing the military variances of a combat veteran. It's a big number I use. In my team, that's going to cause a lot of inflation. That's going to cause a lot of air flutter and things for me. In the overall, to what Josh brought it up, he said, people find a new thing to fall in love with it. I'm as much bringing that back, because I'm going to not just bash it. I'm going to go, what you guys should be covering for who will enlist, is the job, the pack, the study, the market, the...
Power E-Trade gives you